Top of the morning, good people. Welcome to another edition of Double Innocence with your boy E-Dub. Gem dropper and a definite showstopper. Could somebody out there tell me what happened last night to the Lakers? Please? And the reason why I'm asking is because I was watching the first half of that game. I just couldn't do it. And I'll explain my reasons of why I couldn't do it very, very soon. But I wasn't going to put myself to the punishment that because I really thought the Lakers were going to win this game. Regardless of everything, I really thought that this was just a basic given game to the Lakers. Like, this is a shoe-in win for them. Because Charlotte's it's not really a strong team for whatever reason. I mean, they have a little bit of talent on that team, but they just can't seem to put it together. So that being said, Charlotte against the Lakers didn't seem like anything very, very interesting, but it was the only game on TV. So I started watching it. And the main reason why I had to check out of that game, I basically fell asleep on that game. I watched the first half and then that was it. I changed the channel to something else and I fell asleep on whatever it was at that particular point in time. The main reason why I had so much trouble watching this game is because all I was doing was watching two teams run up and down the court and launch three-pointers. Both teams were doing this. And maybe it might look like a better product if they were actually hitting maybe more than 50% of their shots. But at some point in time, I mean, it's like a track meet, back and forth. At some point in time, is somebody not going to slow the ball down and set up an offensive play for the love of God? Has professional basketball gone that far down in the dumps that there's not one logical individual that will realize, okay, whoa. Let's slow this down now. Is there not a member of the coaching staff that has enough control to tell his players, we need to slow this down? Or we just continue allowing them running up and down the court, wham. They'll have fast breaks. And they want to finish with a three-pointer instead of finishing at the rim. I don't understand it. And it's getting down to the point where it's starting to annoy me. Like, what are we doing here? But I'm just a fan of the sport with an opinion. The question I ask is this. And I know there's going to be some people out there that are going to say, okay, yes, well, you know, with the trade and everything, the Lakers need a little bit of time to gel. You're absolutely correct. They do need a little bit of time to gel, to get their timing down path and all that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, if you have two superstars on your team, which the Lakers obviously do, until they're able to get their act right, the superstars are supposed to lead them, yes? Now, I understand Luka's coming back from injury. He's not totally in game shape, but he did look a little bit off yesterday because three-point shots that he would normally hit with his eyes closed, he was missing like there was no tomorrow. But like I said, for him, it's understandable. He's coming back from injury. He's trying to play himself back into basketball shape. Your so-called king, I guess we're just going to chalk up his excuses under the fact of the matter that he's 40. Is that what we're going to do? I'm just curious because, okay, he was on the court. And, you know, a couple of times you saw the effect that both of these guys can actually have on the offensive side of the ball. You know, like with LeBron James getting a rebound and hitting Luka with a baseball pass all the way down the court to finish at the rim. And then LeBron returning the favor. Yeah. Court vision and all that kind of stuff, especially offensively. It will be a problem for especially for the weaker teams in the league, which unfortunately Charlotte is one of those teams. But who are they stopping? Understand something. The Lakers' last last two losses are to the Utah Jazz and now to the Charlotte Hornets. It's not really no powerhouses in the league, is it? So if they're actually having problems, I can understand having a little bit more problems stopping Utah, because Utah is a very tall, long team. That regardless of anything, I think, they just get a raw deal. They have a couple of individuals out there that do know how to play the game of basketball. They have a couple of players out there that do understand the fundamentals of what basketball has to offer. For whatever reason, they just can't seem to put it together and make a good recipe. That's a different story for a different day. But the bottom line is, I could understand and more relate to a Utah team beating the Lakers because of the fact of the matter that the Lakers have nobody to stop anybody down the middle. But what exactly is the Lakers' excuse for losing to the Charlotte Hornets? The Charlotte Hornets seem to be a team that just plays loosey-goosey basketball. Plain and simple. They look like they just play however they feel like playing. They don't really have no sets or formats that they stick with and go to. They look like they just have 5 ballers out on the court that just do what they do and try to create their offense. And they live with the results. Pat Riley Jr., what's going on, buddy? Since you're such a genius of this game, isn't your wisdom supposed to be able to get these guys over the hump until they're actually able to gel together? Should you not be able to call a timeout and draw up a play that could keep them in certain games? I mean, they did compare you to Pat Riley, no? I'll be the first one to tell you, I have absolutely no problem with what's going on because, like I said at the beginning of the season, and I'm going to continue to say it. What is going to be the excuse this time if it doesn't work? We all know that the Lakers have a book of excuses. I'm just curious, which chapter are we at now? 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. I lost my way in the book. I need to get caught up to the rest of society. What's going to be the excuse this time if this formula with an Asian superstar and an up-and-coming superstar does not work? LeBron nights? Anything? Hey, well, Double Innocence is going to be watching for the Lakers' next game to see if there's going to be any type of improvements because, like I said, they're able to hide behind the excuse that they need to gel. I mean, LeBron James started off that game like a racehorse yesterday. He had a lot of energy. It didn't really look like there was much really affected his ankle in yesterday's game. I'm just saying, in my humble opinion. Didn't really look like your ankle was really, really bothering you in yesterday's game whatsoever. You weren't playing in limited minutes. You were running up and down the court, especially on the offensive side. You were sprinting like a track horse. But hey, your ankle was too hurt to play in the All-Star game. I understand. I want you guys to share. I need you guys to like. And subscribe to this channel. Help this channel grow. Laker Nation, I honestly think you guys are in a little bit of trouble, man. No word of a lie. It's not one of those things where you're able to just turn it on and off as you seem fit, unfortunately. If you guys are having trouble with the lower tiers of the league right now, what's it going to be when you guys have to play the Clippers? What's it going to be like when you guys got to play the top tiers in the NBA? OKC. Like, these are all teams that don't stop running. Back and forth. And I have not seen any type of improvement on the defensive side of the ball with you guys. Have yourself a blessed day, people. Thursday out here in Montreal. Streets are a little bit cold, but the sun is shining. Stay warm. Have yourself a blessed day, peeps. Deuces.